Jim will be out of business
Weatherman
after
Pete.
August 3rd, so I'm practicing the weatherman. As you can see, I'm in Harlem, New York. What up, Harlem? I love y'all, you know, but my shit don't go that fast, okay? But anyway, I just want to say, after August 3rd, I'm going to be the new weatherman. If I ain't going to be it, Kiss is going to fill in, or we're going to have to do this shit together. But August 3rd, after August 3rd, no more weatherman from Capo. It's over.
Capo versus Styles P.
He don't got enough catalog for that.
Jim Jones.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, he's been in a few fights.
Has he won any?
I believe so.
Oh, really? Which one?
They say he beat up
His baby mama or something like that?
Nah, he beat up dude at the restaurant.
Who, the cook?
Let me see.
I don't even think he's from Harlem, tell you the truth.
You don't think he's from Harlem?
Nope. I think they never talk about him being in Harlem. I think he's from North Bronx or some shit.
You know, he claims a blood gang out there.
Britney Spears claims a blood gang.
Jim Jones, Styles P, let's talk about it. Versus started out as how much body of work you got, how many dope-ass singles you got, right? Then it grew and progressed into having levels to this shit. It's sort of like boxing. You think you're gonna mash somebody the out until them lights come on, it's a different story. Styles P said, I'm a barsmith. It's levels to this shit. Meaning, look, I can go on my bag with singles, but I can also go on my bags with body and shit, as far as freestyles. Can Jim Jones do that? Maybe he can. Have people seen Jim Jones do that? No, they haven't. Because like I said, once you get under them bright lights, like a boxer, it's a different story.
Man, I didn't know how many people love Nas. But people, and I'm watching people go absolutely batshit crazy. Like, oh, damn.
All you gotta do is pull up here. You know, you wanna join me? Pull up and join me. You know what I'm saying? Pull right up here and you can join me. I'm on live.
Yeah, talk that shit. Yeah.
We're here, baby. Pull up.
Know what's up.
211, Nepperhead.
Know what's up, y'all.
You know what I mean? We're here, baby. Jay Wan pulling up. He went home. You know, after the gym, he want to go get fleet. All you got to do is pull up. 211, Nepperhead. Get checked out. And everything else will fall in line after that. I'm out here with the legends, man. You know what I mean?
My man,
you
right
see
here.
it, man. OG Prince, man, one of the most solid individuals ever touched the universe.
Right.
We keep it solid, we keep it real original over here, 100%. You see who pulls up? The real ones. And we keeping it solid. That's all we do over here. No extra bullshit. If you ain't coming on that type of time, stay where you at. Get your prostate checked, get you a juice. Juice is for life.
I didn't start it. They asked me how I felt about what was said about me on another platform from some other people. You know, I'm not a troublemaker. I don't want nobody to think that anything that I've done was me starting. That was just me being asked a question and me answering as a man, even from the beginning. Like,
I'm standing around Nas right now rapping. Everybody knows that.
What is your relationship with social media right now?
I expect that whether you do something good or whether you do something bad, they're gonna talk negative about you. They're gonna try to downplay your accomplishment no matter who you are and things like that. But it's cool. I know that I'm great at a lot of things that people would love to be great at. I accepted that a long time ago in life. You know, and that's not gonna stop my greatness. I'm gonna continue to excel in who I am. I'm comfortable with that. You dig? Like, I've never seen somebody hate and do the same thing across that line of discretion. So it's like, yo,
in that moment though, that you're saying this thing with Nas, do you know this is gonna be a clip?
100%.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, oh yeah, you just bugged out. You went way beyond the the line of discretion with this one. This one is
because you're just like a badass kid acting up.
Yeah.
But listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school.
Yo, I know how to go viral. This is easy. We're in an easy society. If you like me, don't like me, know who I was, and now find out who I was, one click away from making me some money. You know what I mean? Like, this is entertainment.
Yeah.
Stop being so serious. Loosen up a little bit. We're having fun. If I get upset, it's gonna be a real problem. Mace need to go on a diet. He need to get his life together. He needs to go to the doctor and get a physical. He looked terrible, bad body, back ass. He look big around the neck. Waist look crazy. I'm body shaming this. You heard? He need to go get his shit together, get on the treadmill, do some push-ups, do something. You heard? Especially for playing with me. Whenever I do my interviews, I'm very real with myself. You know what I mean? Like, I know the whole playing field. I was the CEO of Diplomats. I made Diplomats with him. I was with him for every bit of his journey. I held him down. I took that position of holding him down. Mace taught me how to rap, and Cam always made sure I was on every single album he had. He was like, boy, once you figure out how to rap the same way you act in these streets, it's gonna work for you. Just keep going. People get this picture painted like I'm from the real bottom with nothing. I've been traveling on the train since I've been 8 and 9. I've been telling people this for years. Like, I'm a real anomaly. Like, I'm different in New York City. I was a man long before I was supposed to be a man. And that's all so I always gotta give credit to where credit is due and shit like that. It would be no Jim Jones. I'm extremely happy today. I'm extremely happy of what I've accomplished, who I've become, what I've overcame, what I have the ability to do. And naturally, if you're going to talk about me, I'm going to always talk my shit. You know, I know how this game goes.
This Jim Jones Nas wasn't even a debate. Nas is a legend. Nas put in work. Nas's lyrics. Jim's not even close. The shit Jim says doesn't even make sense compared to what Nas has done for our culture. Hip-hop, don't you stupid motherfucker know, you dumb, idiotic, wanna be entertained. Are you crazy? You don't play with someone's legacy like this. Y'all know it's not even close. I had the Source magazine, I did amazing shit. I helped a lot of you motherfuckers. Motherfuckers whose careers, and believe me, it's not like it was just me, but I had a hand in helping the culture progress, move forward, grab in the street to help put a light on them. Myself, Dave Bass, and the rest of the crew. I've never seen more clown shit in my life. Ain't no way. Now we're gonna start taking real legends and legacies, and we're gonna start tainting them with this foolishness right now. Are you kidding me? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You can't play with legacies like that. You can't play with Nas's name and his body of work like that. Everybody knows that Jim Jones catalog ain't got nothing to do with Nas. Why are we even entertaining that? Jim is more relevant than Nas now. Get the out of here with that, man. This shit right here got y'all fucked up. Go listen to Nas, or even go listen to Jim. Music is to be listened to, not to be talked about. This is the most disrespectful, one of the most disrespectful shit that's happened to our culture is how much attention this Jim Jones and Nas shit is getting. It's one of the most disrespectful shit that's happened to our culture. But I'm sure y'all will find some other stupid shit to pay attention to fuck our legacy, to fuck our culture up, while the powers that be and the motherfuckers that's holding the strings are steady laughing at us. Disrespecting us while they on their yachts and mega mansions. They give us the crumbs, and what happens? We want to flex on each other. Y'all done really let this motherfucking device take over y'all's souls, y'all's spirits, y'all's minds. This thing controls everything y'all think, y'all say, and y'all do. Now, do you think God wanted it like that? And y'all can't even help it. Y'all run to this and you stay on it all day and entertain bull. Y'all need to be ashamed of yourself for even entertaining this Nas and Jim shit. Ashamed. But this is what a good example, and I want y'all to hear me, a good example of what social media is doing. Social media can take anybody who ain't and put them against somebody who's one of the greatest orators, speakers, rappers, men in our time. And y'all think that's cool? Y'all think that shit's like fly? Y'all done lost it, bro. Y'all done lost the essence of what life is about, of what being black is about. They're winning. Man, get the f out of here.
I think Jim was trolling. So I don't have much to say about it because I don't believe that Jim Jones believes that he's a better rapper than Nas, Pusha T, and Styles P. Yeah. I think he's an icon in terms of the fashion
culturally,
shit.
All
and
right.
Yeah, but we got to stop the train at somewhere.
Nas is a good place to stop that train.
Nas is a great place to stop that train for anybody.
Yeah.
When you start naming specific people,
I'm not mad at that.
it feels weird to me. Also, he doesn't have more Billboard entries than Nas. That's the other thing.
I didn't check it.
He does.
I saw some people fact checking it.
He does not, and it's not particularly close.
Yeah, it's not.
He doesn't have a bigger listening base.
I wouldn't have thought it was close, but again, I didn't check it.
It's not close, and
even if you remove features,
even if you get rid of features,
not close.
It's just not close. I mean, you look at Spotify. Nas has 9 million followers. I think Jim has like 850,000. I mean, the traditional metric. You look at Grammys. I don't think they're on the same planet. I don't think that they should be debating that.
See, and that's why it's smart for Jim to insert himself in these conversations.
His latest Instagram post, he was saying, yo, going viral is part of the gig today. And he's like, I understand today's game. So yeah, I'm gonna get up here, I'm gonna say whatever, I'm gonna go viral and make business off of it. It's the same shit he told us. I gotta play that game now.
To me, we also gotta respect the culture and respect the history. I mean, I don't love that move. If you were to say I'm gonna go, whatever, every rapper has a right to say that. But when it becomes, again, about an individual rapper, to me, who is on the Mount Rushmore, I just don't like it. It just doesn't sit well with me. You know what I mean? Again, 23-year-old is one thing. You don't know no better. But grown ass men shouldn't be talking about Jim Jones and Nas in the same conversation.
That is a great strategy that they started to put into this whole thing. And I seen this is something I'm watching in the recent, like how they clipping and
it's
viral clickbait and all this shit from just the smallest amount of words that I could say, and that's what created this whole
moment, right?
It's just going crazy right now.
The clips is a vicious game though, because nobody cares if it's truthful. Nobody cares if it was taken out of context. It doesn't matter.
It's the truth.
And then there's no integrity with the outlets that share the clips, because it's just the wild, wild west out here. So sometimes I see things and I'm like, that's not how.
Angie, nobody takes the responsibility of being a journalist serious. Like you do. And you have for so many years.
I try, but sometimes it's not even in my control.
No, it's way out there. But I'm just saying, there's very few journalists like you.
Thank you.
Most people are clickbaiting for that. Like that's their whole existence, and I get it.
Yeah.
I'm here for everything. We gonna run it down the line. We gonna have fun. You dig? Like there's not too much seriousness. You know what I mean? Like this is entertainment.
Yeah.
Do you know exactly what just went down in New York City? One of the cleanest, most brutal, one-sided verbal executions this rap game has seen in years. We're talking about the time Jim Jones decided to step to the locks and got his whole past, present, and future dissected on a track so cold, they should have shipped it with a winter coat. This ain't just gossip. This is a cultural moment, a lesson taught in the public square. So let's break the whole thing down, bar for bar, reason for reason. On one side, Jim Jones, Harlem legend in his own right, no joke. Part of the iconic, flashy, pink-wearing Diplomats. The man gave us We Fly Highballin', an anthem that had every car in the city rattling. Lately, he's been on a different kind of wave. Business moves, venture capital, real estate, a vodka brand. He really did get a Forbes cover, flexing that mogul status. Started calling himself Capo, the boss. And with that new title came a new kind of talk. On the other side, Jadakiss and Styles P. Yonkers, the Locks, D-Block. These ain't just rappers, they're institutions. They came up in the 90s, spitting raw, unfiltered street gospel alongside Biggie, DMX, Mary J. Blige. They are the definition of bar for bar, lyric for lyric respect. Jadakiss is widely considered one of the top 5 dead or alive MCs. Styles P is the embodiment of gangster philosophy, quiet, lethal, principled. They don't chase trends. They are the blueprint. Their respect isn't bought. It's earned in blood, sweat, and classic albums. So what sparked the fire? The disrespect. For a minute, Jim was just enjoying his business wins. But the energy shifted. He started making interviews, saying his generation was the last great generation, positioning himself not just as a successful man, but as one of the greatest rappers ever. He'd throw subtle jabs, talk about how other legends' catalogs weren't as strong. But the line was crossed when he specifically targeted the Locks' legacy. He downplayed them, questioned their impact, asked if they were really on that level. In one interview, he said the Locks were not in his rap world, and that their biggest hit was a feature on a Jennifer Lopez song. Man, the streets went quiet. Then that quiet turned into a low hum. You could feel it on social media, in the barbershop talks. Everyone was side-eyeing, waiting. It was like watching someone pour gasoline on a floor, walking around with a lit match, grinning. You just knew. The Locks don't do Twitter fingers. They don't do messy IG lives. They move in silence. So the wait, that was the scariest part. And then, the response. Redburn LL Locks Lives. They didn't just drop a track. They dropped a verdict. From the first second, the tone is set. A dark, haunting, piano-driven beat that sounds like a walk to a sentencing. No hype ad-libs. No catchy hook for the clubs. This is a courtroom, and the jury is the entire culture. Jadakiss enters first, and he doesn't scream. He's calm, icy, a professor about to fail an arrogant student. He goes straight for the foundation of Jim's rap identity. He paints the picture of Dipset's heyday. Cameron was the flamboyant star. Joel Santana was the youthful superstar. And Jim? He was in the back dancing. Oof. With one line. He reduces years of presence to a background role. He mocks the mogul talk. You got a Forbes cover. We got bricks on covers. A double entendre referencing their own classic album. We are the streets and literal bricks of drugs. The message. Your new money accolades don't impress us. We come from the real, raw foundation you're trying to skip past. He becomes a forensic investigator. You ain't never have no work. You was never outside / who you get the coke from. I need names. I need places. He's not just dissing him. He's calling the entire street narrative into question, demanding receipts on his past. It's a level of disrespect that cuts to the core of a rapper's credibility. Then, Styles P takes the baton. And if Kiss was surgical, Styles is a blunt force trauma. No metaphors needed. Just direct, punishing blows. And he delivers the line that shattered the internet, the line that became the epitaph for this beef. You not a legend, you a mention. Let that marinate. A mention, not the subject of the story. A footnote, a name dropped in passing when someone else is telling the real history. That's arguably one of the most devastating lines in modern diss track history. It didn't just insult Jim, it completely reframed his entire legacy in the hip-hop narrative. Styles dismisses the Dipset aesthetic as just pink fur and glasses, contrasting it with the Locks' substance. He questions Jim's toughness, his authenticity. He makes it clear this isn't a money battle. This ain't about the funds, this about the principle. This is about the respect you can't deposit in a bank. The internet exploded. Memes of Jim Jones' face reacting to the track were everywhere. You a mention became a universal caption for anyone overstepping. TikTok breakdowns, YouTube reaction videos with millions of views. The consensus was 1000% unanimous. This was a total, unequivocal annihilation. The Locks didn't just win. They showcased a masterclass in how it's done. Jim tried to respond. He went on Instagram Live, flustered, calling for sympathy. He dropped songs like Sorry, I'm Not Sorry, and Back in My Capo Era. But they felt defensive. He leaned hard into his business success. I'm on Forbes. Which, as the culture pointed out, was exactly the problem. The Locks attacked his core as a rapper and a street figure, and he responded by talking about his bank account. He changed the subject because he couldn't win on the subject they chose. The fire from Redburn was an inferno he couldn't put out. This wasn't random. This tension is decades deep, representing two pillars of New York rap. The Locks, Yonkers. Grizzly, street detail lyricism. The money, power, and respect creed. The survivalist wisdom. Dipset Harlem. Flamboyant, fashion-forward, charismatic hitmakers. The I really mean it swagger. They've coexisted, but there was always a friendly, competitive distance. Jim, in his new capo era, started treating that distance like a gap he had surpassed. He was also in a combative mood, trading words with Mano, Fivio Foreign, and others. But swinging at the Locks was the ultimate miscalculation. You don't challenge the professors to a test on the subject they wrote. The Locks didn't just disappear after the track. They did interviews. Jadakiss explained it was about the principle and the culture. They framed it as a necessary correction, a defense of hip-hop's integrity against those who would prioritize business clout over lyrical skill and earned respect. They weren't just angry old heads. They were custodians of the craft. That posture elevated the entire thing from beef to lesson. This clash proved the timeless rules of the game. You can buy space in a magazine, but you can't buy space on the Mount Rushmore. Respect is a currency minted in classics, consistency, and cultural contribution. When you aim at kings, you best not miss. The Locks have been in wars, both on record and in life. They are battle-tested. Jim Jones brought a butter knife to a gunfight. In hip-hop, the pen is still mightier than the bank statement. When the beat drops and the mic is open, all the Forbes covers in the world can't save you from a perfectly aimed bar. Redburn is now canon, a modern diss track masterpiece. It didn't just end a beef. It made a statement for every up-and-comer, every mogul, every fan. Know your history. Respect the architects. And understand that in the classroom of hip-hop, some lessons are delivered with a beat and a microphone, and you will be tested. So what y'all think? Was this the most lopsided victory you've ever seen? Does your mention go down as an all-time quotable? Who else has taken an L this historic? And while you're thinking, if you're rocking with this breakdown, if you live for these deep dives into the culture where the stories are just as important as the songs, smash that like button. Let me know this is the content you need. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, because we stay on pulse with the game, breaking it down so it's clear, engaging, and real. That we're building a community here for the real heads and the new listeners trying to understand the foundation. Drop all your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Appreciate y'all for your time. Stay safe, stay wise. I'm out. Peace.